Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sewing and Reaping YouTube channel. I got an interesting little short show we're going to be doing today, and we're going to be talking about Dragnauct activates the entire planet in order to get me to shut up. You want to know why? Because, quite frankly, I've been hurting him, and I've been hurting the reaction community by opening my mouth and speaking out against their claims. Let me elaborate on what I mean by this. I was told in the beginning that the best way to deal with a troll was to ignore them. And for the most part, normally, that's what you do. You ignore the trolls. I know a lot of you hear that in the background, drinking some maximum hydration electro max sorrow. But Normally you would ignore a troll, and the trolls would, get bored, and then they'll lose attention, and then they'll start doing something else or whatever. But what makes the atheist reaction channels a little bit different is that they thrive off of you ignoring them. See, they're free to make whatever claim they want, and because they're not being challenged, the audience assumes that the things that they're saying is actually true. You know what I mean? So, I've had a long time to think about the best possible way to deal with them, at least on YouTube or whatever. I already know the other way to deal with them. We talked about that a quadrillion times already, but I'm just talking about how to deal with them on social media, right? And I talked to some really smart people, both online and offline, and these people basically told me to just address them when it really needs to be addressed, and that's what I'm doing. My goal, and I want to make sure I repeat this in all of my videos, because if I don't, then the reaction community is going to tell you some different mess. My goal is to show them that they're hypocrites, that they love pointing that they're the kind of people that point the finger at other people while ignoring their own stuff. A lot of them claim, and this is where I call them outright liars. If you're an atheist and you have this claim, know this: I believe you are a liar if you're saying this. Okay, that you got turned off by religion or by a particular religious system because you got tired of religious people lying to you. Well, that can't be true, because you enjoy people lying to you as an atheist. You pay people to lie about you to lie to you on social media. So if you ever come to me and tell me, I was part of a church, but I caught my pastor lying, and you couldn't, shut up. Just shut up. That's not the reason why you left religion. You wanted to live in your sin. You didn't want to repent, and that's why you became the thing that you are now. But Dragnauct has absolutely went crazy in the last couple of days. Let me explain what I mean by this. As a lot of you know, I ignored him for basically a year. He basically believes no one can ignore him. I shut that liar up in so many different ways during that year. Is not even funny. When I say I'm not going to talk about somebody, I'm not going to talk about them. And nothing they can say or do is going to get me to come online in public and talk about them. You're never going to see that. You're never going to see that when I say I'm done with talking about a person. Obviously, I have a reason for doing the things that I'm doing. I don't expect this community to know what I'm doing. I'll give them a little bit of a hint. What I strongly recommend they do is go read the 48 Laws of Power. That's what they need to go do. That'll give them a little bit of a hint of just how dumb I think they are at the end of the day. All right. Combine that with the scriptures, and you become unstoppable. Actually, you become unstoppable if you just use the scriptures. But let's get into this here. I'm going to show everybody my email here real quick. They have absolutely went crazy sending me emails here and everything. Let me show you the one Dragnauct sent me first. This is a recent one that he sent me. This is on my GTV. Because I honest to God don't look at these emails no more. I just don't. If you want to contact me now you got to do it over Skype. But you can see right here, it says, new season of Dragnauct Toys with G-Man is going swimmingly. Thank you for providing me with plenty of fresh content. Okay, so it ain't just drag, ladies and gents. It's It's Buddy from the outside chat. Monty, is a whole bunch of people emailing me. And you want to know what was funny about all of this? A lot of you get mad when I say that you're worshiping Dragnauct, right? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, let me make sure that you guys actually heard that first before I go on. My computer froze there for a moment. I don't know what is going on with this computer. I might have to stop using it. Computer froze there for a moment. I don't know what is going on with this computer. I might have to stop using it. Okay, cool. So there we go here. Okay, so I've noticed that when I wasn't talking about drag, the emails were very low. Like when I did take a peek at them. You know what I mean? When you guys are just talking about Shanny, Rev, Shanny, Rev, Shanny, Rev, Shanny, Rev. Y'all talking about that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, twice on Sunday, because we know that you guys don't have a life. Stop telling me that you got a life and you got a job and you're important when you spend the majority of your time on the internet talking about other people. Okay, that's a total contradiction. Okay, but a lot of you are going crazy. Drag has activated the entire world. Now, I can't answer all of these emails and I can't answer all of these comments. Okay, so I'm not going to try to. You understand what I'm saying? Because by me trying to do that, I put myself in a position where I got to remember every little thing that I said to each individual person. I'm just not doing it. I'm handling these people totally different than I did the first time. Number one, I understand that I'm dealing with YouTube trolls. I'm not dealing with the upper echelon of our society. I'm dealing with the garbage of our society. I'm dealing with people who want to be taken seriously, but don't know how to conduct themselves like adults. Dragnauct graduated college to do ba boo 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 go gee ga, and he can't even come up with a decent sentence or an argument to back up any of the things that this man actually believes, except for when he's on his YouTube channel. And guess what? When he's unchallenged. For example, he keeps asking me, how come you wasn't going to pay the utilities? You know, why don't you go ask a 5-year-old that? I'm sure they know the answer to that, because you as an adult and a college graduate, because you don't understand it, I think it's kind of embarrassing. You actually give college a bad name, dude. Like, honestly. Then on top of that, with your college degree, you come on YouTube and you brag about making a whopping $8 more than somebody at Walmart. Like I don't get that. You don't understand. If you take away inflation, you're making $15 an hour. I don't think you understand that, dude. That's how clueless you are about economics. All right, but Drag's insecurity is really coming out, though. He can't fight his own battle, so he's got to send his legion of morons after me to try to get my attention. Except this, Drag. I'm extremely focused. A lot of people keep asking me, you know, Jimmy, what's that tiger all about in your intro? I could have put a lion there, and I could have put a lamb right next to the lion, and I could have made that represent Christ if I wanted. I could have did a lot of things with my intro. I chose that tiger because I am extremely razor sharp focused on what my goal is. And my goal is not to interact with drag. My goal is to prove that this entire community, this reaction community, are nothing more than a bunch of hypocrites. And I think what we need to start doing is challenging why they became atheists to begin with, starting with drag. And I'm dead serious. We need to start challenging. I believe he has a testimony on his YouTube channel about why he became an atheist, and we need to start challenging his so-called reason for being an atheist, because I don't believe the man's got one. The difference between them and me is I bring this back to what I'm focused about. They're all over the place. They're trying to find any little thing I can lie about. You know, if these people had any sense, and if they actually read the Bible like they claim they did, they can go to the Bible and they can see that every human being on the planet has told a lie before. And then you can say I'm a liar, and then there's nothing I can say. Like, it doesn't take a whole lot of intelligence to be able to point out that, except for one thing, it causes cognitive dissonance causes you to contradict your worldview, because as an atheist, you don't believe that every man, woman, and child has lied. You believe that there's good people out there. The moment you start arguing for my Bible, you demonstrate that I'm right about the things that I'm saying about you. So Drag's out there and he's activating the entire planet to come and troll me. Drag, that worked. I'll openly admit, dude, that worked 4 years ago. But this is the weakest sauce you've ever thrown in my direction, dude. How about this? How about you stop being a insecure little wimp? Okay. Use that college education that you claim you have and put it to some good use. Come and show me a real man, because you're not one, dude. Come and show me a real man on why I am a horrible person for making sure homeless people have somewhere to live and have food to eat. I want you to use your college education to show me why I'm a bad person, because I want to see children eat. Use your college education to prove that you don't practice neglect and I do. When we both know, dude, I will hang you out to dry 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 10 times on Sunday. Because I know about the evil you've done, dude. See, a lot of this stuff that you guys did over the last 2 years or 3 years is coming back to light. I didn't forget none of it. Just because I didn't talk about it don't mean I don't remember it. You guys make a lot of claims. You know, G-man neglect. First of all, those ain't my kids. That's number one. Okay. And number two, I'm doing more for those kids that are not my kids than all of you atheists combined. You understand what I'm saying? So I can stop that nonsense. That's why I'm like, man, I really hope they end up taking me to court, because I need to get my laugh on. Because unlike these people, see, here's the thing, guys. When you got somebody reporting the news, they are supposed to do their research, have the evidence for their claims, and then report the news. Here's the problem. These people are reporting news, and then the people that they're reporting the news about is telling you what the reporters are saying are lies. They're making that stuff up. That's not true, G-man. We're going by what you say. You've never heard me say I neglected anybody. That's your opinion. And it is an opinion based on 100% pure ignorance. Berto said I was homeless. You never heard me once come out here and tell you I was homeless. That's a conclusion that you came to because you choose to get your information out of the garbage can rather than picking up a book or going to the source. And that's vital it's vitally important if you're going to deal with a YouTuber like me. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, these people want to believe that I'm LGBTQ. These people want to believe that I'm homeless. These people want to believe I'm penniless. These people want to believe all of this stuff. That's fine. But when it's time to have that conversation with me, G-man, how come you're paying for their rent? G-man, how come you're feeding them? Wait a minute. Hold on. How can a homeless, penniless person do any of that stuff? How does that make any sense? You understand what I mean? Now, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, they're teasing me, right? That still doesn't make no sense because Christians are supposed to be immoral and atheism is supposed to be superior. Secular morality is supposed to be superior to that of Christianity. And it's cognitive dissonance. You guys are being you guys are contradicting what you're putting out there on YouTube for everybody to see. I'm going to find that video where Matt Dillahunty talks about secular morality and the superiority of secular morality. And then I want to compare and contrast that with how I, as a Christian, have behaved in terms of like trying to help Shani and Rev and those kids. And I want to look at how you guys have behaved, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Getting on YouTube and making an argument for the sake of making an argument doesn't make you right. What makes you right is when you can report the news because you did your research and you proved to everybody that you're right about the things that you're saying based on evidence, not based on, well, Dragnauct told me. BGTV told me. The Geek Room told me. That's how I know it's true. The end. But that's what some of you are doing. Burnt toast? I'm not going to reveal my source. Oh, I know where you got that from. You got that from GP because he's the person I'm on the phone with. I'm going to reveal my source. I know all of your sources. Well, the people that you call sources that are not very reliable. And I know why I'm saying that. I'll reveal that later. But, trying to keep activating your fan base, man. Keep proving me right that they're on their hands and their knees worshiping you as if you're God, and they have to protect you because you're too insecure to use your. You know what the funny thing is? I don't have a college, a master's degree or a bachelor's degree or anything like that. And not when it comes to what Drag knows, because Drag seems to know everything. He seems to know all of this stuff. But my thing is this. My thing is this. When will we see Broke Nut Silvis? When will we see him actually use that college education? You're all bragging, oh, I'm glad you got a job. I'm glad you got a job too. Welcome to the real world. It ain't nothing to brag about, dude. Now that you got a job, learn the concept of saving money. Learn the concept of taking care of your responsibilities, which you don't do. And you want to know what I'm talking about with that, Drag? One day I'll give you the link. We can talk about it in public. And I'll prove to you don't take care of your responsibilities. You're more concerned about the color of Shanny's panties than you are about what's going on in your own life. And it's just true. You've always been more concerned about the color of somebody else's underwear than your own wife's. There's a reason why you get destroyed every time you're in the room with me. See, these trolls are saying that you guys are destroying me or destroying me. How? When I'm not in the room, when I'm not there to have a conversation with them. How am I being destroyed? When did this happen? Please let me know. I'm not being destroyed. What's actually happening is that all the people that was ignoring me are all trying to protect their God. And that's Dragnauct Silvis. That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to protect their God. They can't stand the idea that this man might have actually lied to them. They can't accept that. All of the money that they've given this guy, the fact that this man could have straight up lied about the things that he was saying on his YouTube channel. Yes, people do lie. There are con artists out there. There are people who make stuff up. Drag has lied about a great many things on this channel regarding me and how I go about doing things. Like for example, I'm this grifter. He will never take me to a courtroom and say, G-Man's a grifter. He will never do that because I will absolutely obliterate him. As a matter of fact, they might strip him of some of his personal property. I'll put it to you that way. And the reason why I'm saying that is because he knows he's lying when he says that. He knows he's lying when he says I'm homeless. He knows he's lying when he says I'm penniless. I have a far more reliable core group of people on YouTube than he does. I can go on Veckel's channel right now, do a $50,000 GoFundMe if I was out in the street and get the money. It's just the truth. I can go on anybody's YouTube channel and do that. It's not necessary because I'm not penniless. I ain't homeless. I ain't no grifter. I struggle financially at times. I don't mind saying that because everybody does. And if you're on here claiming that you don't struggle financially, you're either a billionaire, a millionaire, or you're lying through your teeth. You know what I mean? So this needs to be said. So let me shout out all of the people who have been emailing me, because who knows when the next time I'm going to look at this. Fun Brigade. I believe this would be Grandpa Lobster's people, right? I'm going to hold on to this just in case. Then there's the Monterage. I don't know who they are. I think that's Monty or whatever. And then there's Buddy from the Outside Chat. He's always stalking me. And that's one of the things that I noticed about this, about these group of atheists. These people do a lot of stalking on the internet. That's why when they started making a statement saying that wiretapping was illegal, so is stalking. So is internet bullying. So is causing mental anguish and pretending to be other people on the internet to harass and to harm other people. There's a lot of laws out there. This ain't no one-sided fight. You understand what I mean? So if you don't like being exposed, as a hypocrite, stop being a hypocrite. Be consistent with the worldview that you're trying to tell everybody that you have. I don't care if you're a troll or not a troll. Oh. One more thing regarding this whole troll thingy too, before I go about, I don't care if you're a troll, if you're a troll. If you are looked upon as being a YouTube troll, don't expect me to take you seriously. Just don't. Because I won't. If you behave 24 hours a day, 7 days a week as a YouTube troll, people can get on here and say, G-Man can't have a conversation. Have you ever seen my visits to Dragnauct's channel? Go look at how he conducts himself. Go look at how he conducts, and I'm talking about during the time of the so-called summer of G-Man and all that stuff and whatnot. I'm not talking about during the Great Debate days or the latter end of the Great Debate days. They're only interested in fallacious arguments, creating fallacious arguments, committing logical fallacies, and not actually talking about nothing. You guys say in my comment sections that I need to learn how to listen. How about this? Act, if you're 45, act like you're 45. If you're 50, act like you're 50. If you're 25, act like you're 25. You come to me and telling me I need to learn how to listen. You can't even act your age. I'm not paying you no mind. And it's that simple. I will treat you like a child. Period, point blank, end of story. I love what it says in 1 Corinthians. It says, when I became a man, I acted like a man. I put childish things behind me. Being a man is about taking care of your responsibilities and worrying about what's going on in your own home. Being an unemployed housewife, a gossiping unemployed housewife, is doing the things that Dragnauct Silvers does. It's that simple. You're not going to come out of college, dude, and graduate and get a job and go, look at me, I'm successful. I'm doing just fine. Meanwhile, I'm on YouTube gossiping and worrying about what's going on in somebody else's life. You ain't a success, dude. You want to see a success? Go find your boy named Lawyer. That's a success. Go look at how many times that dude talked about me. His channel destroys your channel, dude. I would much rather have him talk about me than you. Because he actually has people watching him. Respectable people watching him. Not all trolls. And tell me, Drag, you never really answered my question about that, dude. You never really talked about that. Why is it that you can't get out of troll mode? Why do you believe as a troll, you should be respected as somebody who's not a troll? Or are you ignorant to what a YouTube troll is at the end of the day? You did it to yourself, dude. You spent years doing this stuff. That is your role. That is how we see you. You're not even an entertainer to me, dude. You're just a troll. That's it. You're a YouTube troll. Period. This is what I recommend you do, Drag. Listen to me, okay? Because if you was, I think I told you this in a row. Go watch Bird Toast and learn some entertainment. Go watch Miss Parker, learn some entertainment. Go watch SS Sniper and learn how to be more entertaining, because you are boring, dude. It's really difficult to get through an entire video that you do. All right. So I just want to put that out there. All right. So keep activating world breaker mode, Drag, where you keep inviting all of your friends, because it's always fair to have like 1 million people coming after one person. It makes you look so strong, Drag. It makes you look so powerful when you got to send 1 million people after one little old black insignificant homeless grifter who doesn't have a job or an education. But here's the thing, man. You know full well you need that army. And you want to know what's messed up? You got that army and you're still getting your behind handed to you. Like you got to tell me what that's like one day, man. Like one day you got to come on my YouTube channel and say, G, man, this is what it feels like to have an entire army come after you and not make any progress. Like, I like to know what that feels like, Drag. Oh man, hey, G-Man, thank you for the fresh content for my YouTube channel. Oh, you're welcome. You're gonna love this stuff that I'm gonna be putting on here later. You know what I mean? In the future, because we're gonna start getting into the nitty-gritty about very specifically on how you're not taking care of your responsibilities, dude. You keep worrying about whether or not the construction on my house is good, how my house look, worrying about this, that, and the other, dude. Well, we're gonna start talking about your personal life now. We're gonna see how you like it. All right. We're going to start talking about whether or not you're taking care of home like you're supposed to, because I don't believe you are. I believe your wife is frustrated. I believe your wife needs a real man in that house who's going to take care of the home and not worry about what's because Miss D won't say it because she's probably too scared. But I know deep down with her, actually, it's not really all that deep down. You know, she would love some attention. I get more attention than she does. All right. So anyway, let me answer some questions in the live chat because I'm kind of done with Drag. I'm repeating myself at this point. No, all talk, no walk from G-Man. Let's see something here. The tiger is the queen, the animal kingdom. Atheist always activating hypocrisy. Johnny B. Bad can't spell. Let me see. Really, Groove? Nobody listening to me, Groove? Last time I checked, 41 people are listening to me right now, including you. So are you saying you're a nobody? I'm just curious. Are you saying that you're a nobody? Are you saying that you're a nobody? I can literally block every last member of this live chat that's an atheist if I wanted to. And I would still say the same things I'm saying without breaking a sweat because I know you're going to listen. Have you guys ever noticed why you can't stop watching me? I'm just curious. If you guys ever wonder why you, and it's not because I'm entertaining or I'm a train wreck or like this garbage that you guys are saying. If you guys ever really wonder why you can't stop watching me, you can't stop watching me because you are meant to listen to me. As a matter of fact, I would say I'm temporarily your pastor right now, to be perfectly honest. A lot of you sinners out there need to repent, and y'all need to be taught to a certain way where other people ain't going to do it. You know what I mean? So you moronic atheists can say whatever you want. Nothing is happening by accident. God is bringing you to my YouTube channel because you need to hear what you're hearing. When your time's up, you're going to stop watching. And it's as simple as that. Now, I got a $500 reward for anybody that can prove I'm a grifter, and an additional $1,000 award for anybody that can prove I'm homeless. This is how confident I am that you guys are stupid and don't know what you're talking about. $500 to the person who can prove I'm a grifter, $1,000 to prove to the person to the person who can prove I'm homeless. Then, by the way, that would also prove that you're not hypocrites too. But you're not going to do that. You know what I mean? I'm glad you guys left me alone about the whole racist stuff because you guys do understand that Dragnauct is basically a racist enabler himself. I'm glad that you guys finally stopped doing that. Pretty soon, you're going to have to stop being hypocrites soon, too. I'm hurting your pockets, dude, and you know I am. So, and I'm going to keep hurting your pockets until you understand, dude, to keep my name out your mouth. G-Man ain't neglecting no children. And Burnt Toast, when I suggest that, Burnt Toast, listen to me. Let me give you some advice. Okay, you know that CPS y'all constantly call all the time to get Shanny and Rev in trouble? Please do that to me. Call CPS on me and tell CPS, even though those kids are nowhere within my vicinity, that I'm a child neglector. Call them. I triple dog dare you to call them. Make sure you use your real name, your address, and everything else. I want you to stand by your work because somebody's going to have to testify. You want to know why you're not going to do that, Burnt Toast? Because you're a toast, buddy.